In this short take, I will show you how to use the N4V for Webby OpenStreetMap widget. For those of you who may not be aware of our feature set, I wanted to quickly review the Need4Viz solution for SAP Business Objects Web Intelligence. N4V widget integrates new data visualization components and navigation features, enabling advanced dashboarding in web intelligence. N4V Maps allows the integration of offline and online maps and custom plans directly into web intelligence. N4V Analysis is a collection of powerful number crunching tables, including our premium data analyzer. It combines an Excel-like pivot table with charting for your organization's most demanding analysts. And finally, N4V for Publisher is designed for distributing and updating information outside of the SAP Business Objects platform. The OpenStreetMap is one of 8 map widgets included in N4V for Webby. It uses geolocation with latitude, longitude to display a tooltip. By displaying an additional dimension and an associated measure, it can also display a pie chart around a pin, which itself can be color-coded into ranges. Users can also add annotations to the map, including calculations of distances, areas, and drawings. In this video, I'll display US retail stores on a map with color-coded pins based on their performance. Using N4V for Webby is simple. I'll begin by right-clicking on the table block and then choose to turn into a custom element. I'll select the OpenStreetMap widget from the N4V GeoMaps category. I'll make sure that all of my data elements are assigned correctly. And then I'm going to resize the dashboard to a larger size to accommodate the screen. Okay, now I'm ready to begin adjusting the parameters. So I'm going to select the table and right click and choose extended parameters. And I'm going to begin with the global parameters. So let's set a title. And I'm going to increase that from 12 to 13 points and make it bold. I'll also change the color palette. Okay. So let's move on to the map parameters. So I'm going to choose the light OpenStreetMap theme. And now let's look at options. So I'm going to hide the coordinates information and the drawing tools. I'm going to make sure that I specify miles because this is a US map. And I want to hide the legend. Okay, now let's look at tooltip parameters. And I'm just going to choose to hide the header. Inside of the chart parameters, notice that I can change the chart from a pie to a pie 3D, donut, or bar chart. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with a pie for this example. And I'm going to shrink the pin size down to 3 pixels. And I'm going to set the stroke to 0. So we're really not using the pie chart in this example. We're just taking advantage of the pin. So I'm going to blow the pin up from 30% to 100%. And now I'm going to set colored ranges for the pin. So I can have 3 ranges. So range 1, I'm going to make blue for negative data. Okay, and so now I'm going to set range 2. So range 1 was really bad data. Range 2 is sort of bad data. And it's going to take us up to 0% on our this year results. Okay, so I'm going to make that a lighter blue. And then finally, I'm going to set range 3. And range 3 has low expectations. So anything above 0 is going to be green. So those are my stores that are having positive results. All right, let me tone down the default green to something that's a little more tasteful and in line with what's in use in the rest of my dashboard. Okay, the last thing is measures. So this is where we can configure the chart measures for the chart that we're not using in this particular example. I am going to hide some details of the chart since we're not using it. And we can also set some properties for the pin measure. Okay, now that I've configured the OpenStreet widget, it's ready to test. So I'm going to go up to the Web Intelligence toolbar and choose Custom Element Interactions. And so that'll allow me to interact with the dashboard as a user and not as a designer. And as you can see, I've used the OpenStreetMap to zoom in on the state of Ohio, where I've got 3 underperforming blue stores and just 1 green store. And I can compute the distance from the heart of Ohio in Columbus to some of the other stores, my Cleveland stores, and then also stores in Indiana and Michigan. The OpenStreetMap widget, again, is one of 8 map widgets included in N4V Maps from a total of over 60 widgets available in N4V for Webby. These maps are beautiful, interactive, and bring extended capabilities that simply are not possible when using Web Intelligence alone. We encourage you to visit our homepage at needforviz.com, where you can access a fully interactive demonstration of the complete offering. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your coworkers, key stakeholders, and executive sponsors. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. You can also follow Need4Viz on LinkedIn and X.